little about a lot. Today we're going to build a weight rack out of wood. And I did a lot of research. Well, I did some research on Google and found that there's just not a lot of like cool looking designs. Ones that are kind of beefy. Obviously it's weight, so you need some like heavy duty wood or whatever, but I wanted something a little more finesse, a little lighter. Of course, this isn't for really big weights anyways. Let me show you what I think I have planned and we'll go from there. So right now, my wife's weights are just in these little cubbies and it takes up a little bit of room. Not a ton of room, but more room than I wanted. This is a small room that she works out in. And so I need something a little more compact for her weights. And this obviously works, but there's always a better way to do it. So she's got these 5-pound weights, 12-pound, 15-pound, 10-8, whatever you may have. She also has these bands and ankle weights and other bands, a little bit of everything, towels, whatever, yoga mats. Yes, check. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting this at 37 inches and then taking a hole saw, cutting out different holes here for each one of the individual weights. I'm going to need 2 on each side to carry the weight across, and then the hole, I'm going to cut a diagonal into the hole. That way you can slide the weight into it and then you can just kind of take it back and forth. And I'm going to do 4 of these, 2 on each side, 2 facing this way, 2 facing the other way. That way you can put your 5-pound, your 8-pound, your 10-pound, your 12-pound, your 15-pound, your 20-pound, or the 1s, 2s, whatever you got. And then it's also going to have a place where you can put your bands. So you can store your bands up off the floor. So put a little base on it, put a little top on it, some shelves in it, where you put all your weights and all your stuff, and all will be great. I bought 3 of these 1 by 5 by 8 foot pieces of wood. Find them at your big box stores. They were $7 a piece, so hopefully we can do this project for around $21. That doesn't include the screws or anything, but that's a minimal cost. So I made a template, and I'm going to show you how I make the template, but I made a template. And so it's 37 inches tall. Obviously your smaller weights will go here, and as they get further down, the distance between each one of the holes gets bigger because the weights at the end are a little bit bigger. And so this is what I'm talking about. I took a 2.5-inch hole saw, which looks like this. I put it into my drill press. I marked out the location of each one of the holes, drilled them out. Okay, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you can hold basically 6 different weights of weights. Yeah, small one on the top, and as you go down, and then I just cut a piece of it out here, and that way you can access it a little bit better. Sorry, my dog's barking. Well, he's almost 15 years old. You can't yell at him, and he's deaf. So, well, mostly deaf. And so you just deal with it. I'm just dealing with it. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry. The hard part about all this is to make them match 100%. Pretty much been sanded, but I came up with this like really crazy idea to be able to get in here is like use my hand and some sandpaper and then like actually hand sand it. No power tools. I'm not too excited about that, but it is what it is. As you can tell, we're pretty much done now. I got the shelves on, the top on, the bottom on. I ended up using a 2x8 piece for the bottom because I wanted a heavier base, a little bit wider base, but I wanted it to be a little more sturdy. And that 2x8 base ended up really bringing it together. I got a couple of shelves in here, and that way she's gonna be able to put her kettlebells or other small weights that may not fit on the sides here. So like the 1 and 2 pounders that are like this narrow but just won't fit on the outside here. And so everything's pretty much glued and screwed together. I'm gonna do one final sand on it. So I got these 2 pieces here, and this is for her like TheraBands that she's going to use. And I'm just gonna place them right around here, and then she'll be able to just hang on. Those pieces will be able to just hang over these little clips here. And all it is just, you can see it. So 2 small screws, a couple on each side here. Then I'm gonna stain it I wouldn't say dark, but definitely a rich color, because that's what she has in her house and that's what she wants. So we're going to put a couple here, final sand, fill in all the little screw holes that I got with some wood filler, and final sand, stain, finish. Yeah, if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like it, dislike it, comment on the video. Let me know if you want more information, less talking, more talking. Still in the kind of starting of this YouTube deal, and I kind of want to make it entertaining for you guys, and trying to get different shots and so on and so forth. But anyways, let's get to prepping for the final sanding, staining, finishing, and then we can use it.